Hey guys, what is going on? I go by the name of Peteonthebeat. In this video I would like to discuss with you my top reasons to do carb day. And before I start, I would like to point out that my top reasons are definitely not things such as replenishing glycogen, enjoying life, doing cheat meal, cheat day. Those are not cheat days. The reason is not to enjoy life. I use probably the cleanest sources of carbs. And another thing that I would like to make clear is the fact that if I really want to enjoy life, I will definitely not do it with carbs. Basically, I enjoy life on a day-to-day basis by using tons of full-fat sour cream. This is my way to enjoy life, if I can put it like this. The sour cream is my favorite food, like besides the steaks and the other things. So anyway, the number one reason why I use carbohydrates once in a while is the sleep. Basically, when I stay on a completely ketogenic diet, like literally sour cream, eggs, butter, and steaks and fishes and whole chickens and turkeys for more than 2 weeks, on the 15th day, I'm not able to sleep for 5.5 to 6 hours. This is something that always happens. This is a side effect that always occurs. And I know a lot of people recommend to do the fibrous veggies and that kind of stuff. First of all, I'm not able to tolerate the fibrous veggies because all of that stuff, cauliflower, broccoli, kale, and yeah, basically those vegetables, they give me a lot of bloatedness, they give me tons of stomach pains, and they also give me a feel that is pretty similar to a terrible hangover. I talk a lot about this in my previous videos. So the thing with the broccoli, I'm not against broccoli. I said this probably a million times in my previous videos. I'm not able to tolerate those types of veggies. So the magnesium thing, on the other hand, this is another highly recommended technique. I use magnesium on a day-to-day basis. Believe it or not, I drink 4 pills of magnesium each and every night before I go to the bed, and it definitely helps me to get like higher quality sleep and everything. But on the other hand, this cannot fix this problem. I mean, I drink the magnesium and on the 15th day I always experience this side effect. And basically what happens is I start to wake up with the alarms, which is something that is extremely unusual for me. I have multiple alarms already set with both of the tracking applications, with both of the sleep tracking applications, but I always wake up before the alarms, like around an hour before the alarms. So let's say, for example, the alarm is for 4:30 a.m. I will probably wake up between 3:30 and 3:50 a.m. something like this. This is basically what happens each and every night. When I go for more than 2 weeks or more than 15 days, or let's say, for example, more than a month, without any form of carbohydrates, besides the smaller amounts that the sour cream consists, I start to sleep for 7 hours. And the next thing that happens when the things actually get worse is to feel need to incorporate a NASA power nap or even 2 NASA power naps during the mid portion of the day. So this is something that really pisses me off. Like literally this thing pisses me off, and I really feel I need to do a day or 2 of starchy carbohydrates. And basically what I do is I cut out all of my fats, I cut out all of my butter, all of my sour cream, I cut out all of my eggs, I keep lean meats and, for example, some white basmati rice or some sweet potatoes with tons of colorful vegetables for 2 days in a row. I fix this problem. This is the weird thing. I fix the problem. On the 3rd day I'm able to sleep for 5.5 to 6 hours, and then I get back on the meats and eggs, sour cream, and whatever I eat with the butter and the coconut oil or whatever. I do not consume any carbohydrate during most of the time, but I definitely need those 2 days. Probably this is not that big of a problem for someone who is not trying to sleep less, but for me it's definitely a problem because those 2 extra hours throughout the day are extremely useful for me. I cannot stress this enough. They're extremely useful for me, and I'm pretty happy to be able to live 2 more hours each and every day, if I can put it like this. So yeah, this is basically the main reason. This is my number 1 reason to use some type of starchy carbohydrates once in a while. So the next thing is the constipation. This is something that I simply cannot avoid. I love the way I feel on a ketogenic diet. Believe it or not, I always talk about this. Nothing feels the same way, but when I get constipated, I know it sounds funny, the keto does not feel the same way, and I really need to fix this one. Again, basically what I do is the same thing that I've mentioned for the previous reason. I do 1 or 2 days with no fats, only starchy carbohydrates and lean proteins, and I immediately fix the problem. Believe it or not, this is what happened last time. I did like 1 day of sweet potatoes and chicken and 1 day of rice, vegetables, chicken and lean steak. And on the 3rd day I woke up, I did a little bit of cardio in order to get the blood going and everything, and I excreted everything. And this is something that I really need to do in order to maintain the ketogenic lifestyle. I know it sounds weird, I know a lot of people will disagree, but keep in mind that I train twice a day, fasted. I stayed on meats and eggs for 2.5 years, and on another hand I eat 1 meal a day. And based on my observations, this is something that will definitely disappoint a lot of people. If you're that well adapted to the 1 meal a day, that well adapted to the state of ketosis, you carry sufficient amount of muscle mass, this is not a problem for you to switch between glucose and ketone bodies, believe it or not. Especially if you stay most of the time on ketogenic diet. I feel exactly the same way when I do the sweet potatoes, the yams and the white rice, such as when I do like only keto. But if I stay on sweet potatoes and white rice for more than a week, I will definitely not feel the same way. Let's clear this one out as well. So right now guys, it's time to move to the 3rd reason. It occurs once in a while when I stay on meats and eggs for example, a month and a half. I will definitely get this side effect, and this is the side effect of the dry eyes. I did my research and I found that this is actually a pretty common side effect for a lot of other people. Definitely occurs, for example, if I stay on keto for more than a month or more than a month and a half. So the solution that I use for this problem is basically the same. I do 1 or 2 days in a row with starchy carbohydrates and no fat, and this is basically the thing that fixes all of my problems. In the end of the video guys, as a conclusion, I would like to point out that I definitely do not recommend you to use any type of carbohydrates if you do not experience those types of side effects, or like similar side effects or even worse side effects. You don't need carbohydrates, you have to understand this, but if this is the solution of your problem, I definitely encourage you, go for it. I tried to not use them for pretty long time, and I found the hard way that I'm not going to be able to sleep less, I'm not going to be able to not get the effect of the dry eyes, and I get constipated. And this is the reason why I do like 80 to 20 ratio. I keep myself in ketosis most of the time, definitely feel a lot better, but once in a while it is a necessity for me, and I am not able to avoid this if I really want to be able to function at my best. So yeah, this is basically everything I wanted to say in the end of this video. I would like to say RIP Carrie Fisher. I've always been a huge fan of Star Wars and everything, but the weird thing is the fact that lately I figured out how I actually like the character of Princess Leia. So yeah, RIP Carrie Fisher. So yeah guys, this is basically everything I wanted to say. I hope you find this video helpful. I'll be so happy if you give me some comments down below, maybe like the video, probably subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also ask me all types of questions, or maybe even share your personal experience with the resistance starch, or what are the side effects that you get when you stay on a ketogenic diet, if there are any. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up for now. I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more. Have a nice one. Peace and I'm out.